Transit students, welcome to Hopewell and Transit Student Ministry. We are glad that you made the choice to come to D Groups today. Hey, there's lots of places you could be, but we are thankful that you are here. So here's what you need to know about Transit this week. This Wednesday night is Rec Night at 6:30 p.m. We've been having a blast on Rec Nights, and this is such a great time for you to invite some friends to just come hang out and have some fun. So, foundations. We are turning the corner on this and kind of changing direction, and we're going to be talking about some of the more difficult topics that we've had and we've been learning. So we're going to take what we've learned over the past 5 weeks and apply that biblical worldview to these tough topics. Now, I'm going to be doing a little bit more teaching as we go through these topics. So afterwards, then you guys will have some discussion after the teaching. So, have you ever seen a fight break out in a group text? Now, I really don't like group text. I just don't like them. But maybe you've scrolled through some comments on Instagram or TikTok before and thought, wow, people can be brutal. I mean, we live in a world where people think the louder you shout, the more right you are. But here's the thing, Jesus calls us to something way different than that. He says, love your neighbor as yourself. But what does that really mean? Especially when people annoy us or disagree with us or even hate us. Have you ever thought about what we do on social media? So what if we did in real life? Like, what if we follow people in real life like we do online? So check out this video and it gives you a pretty good idea of what this looks like in real life.
Social networking is completely out of control these days, but do the things we do online make sense in real life? Let's take to the streets and find out.
Ma'am, hi. I just want to let you know that I'm following you, like just giving you an alert.
Okay.
You don't have to do anything, just know it and enjoy it. Jenna Kingsley is now following you. Just like do whatever and I'll just watch. Is that creepy? You want to poke me back? Wasn't that fun?
Yeah, this is weird though. I don't even know you.
I know, but that's what you do, right?
Tom O'Donnell started working at McGuire Law Firm.
Congratulate Tom, guys. Be team players. You guys are not supportive. I want to endorse you for your coffee making skills.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
So easy, I don't even know what it means, but it's the thing to do. Do you think you're gonna endorse me too? Because I'm pretty good at it.
Sure.
Okay, cool. Hi guys. I was wondering if you would accept my friendship request.
Friendship what?
He looks really important with the whole button down. Do you want to be connected?
Do you want to be connected? How do you want to be connected?
I just want to let you know that 12 people have viewed you.
I'm sorry?
12 people have viewed you on the subway.
What does that mean?
I don't know, you must be really important. They're viewing you. That guy chose to remain anonymous. 7 people have viewed you on the subway. I have just checked into Grand Central Station. What's your name?
Andrew?
Jenna and Andrew have just checked into Grand Central Station with about 452 other people. I am getting so many views right now. I am. Oh my God, man, that's so cute. I have to share this with everybody. Do you want to comment on how cute this is?
This is cute.
I like your comment. Excuse me, sir. Can you introduce me to that guy that's sitting next to you?
This guy?
You're our 1-degree connection.
Okay.
So if you could introduce me.
All right, and your name is?
Jenna.
Excuse me? Hey, my friend over here, Jenna, she'd like me to introduce you to her. So.
Hey.
Great.
I'm Jenna. I mean, we had him in common, so I figured I should meet you. And now we're all connected.
Pretty crazy, right? I mean, when you see it acted out in real life, it shows just how wild things really can be. Now, this was a funny way to think about it. But we also treat people differently online than we do in real life. We tend to be uglier, meaner, and disrespectful online, much more online. Maybe the way that commandment reads today is to love your neighbor and also your digital neighbor. So today, through our lesson, we're going to talk about what it means to love our neighbor. So, point number 1 is this: love isn't silent. Leviticus 19 says, "Don't hate your brother in your heart, but reason frankly with your neighbor. Love your neighbor as yourself, and I am the Lord." And here's what's wild. God says the opposite of hate isn't silence, it's actually speaking the truth in love. Now, think about it. If your best friend was about to walk into traffic, you wouldn't say, "Well, I don't want to hurt their feelings." No, you'd yell, "Stop!" Why? Because that's love. It's the same way spiritually. If someone you care about is making choices that are pulling them away from God, love doesn't stay silent. Have you ever thought about what a random act of kindness could do for someone? Here are a few examples to look at.
เขาจะได้อะไรถ้าเขาทำแบบนี้ทุกวันเขาจะไม่ได้อะไรเลยไม่ได้รวยขึ้นไม่ได้ออกทีวีไม่มีใครรู้จักไม่ได้มีชื่อเสียงที่มากขึ้นเพราะสิ่งที่เขาได้คือได้แค่ความรู้สึกได้เห็นความสุขได้ความรักได้ในสิ่งที่เงินซื้อไม่ได้ได้โลกที่สวยงามกว่าเดิมในชีวิตคุณอะไรคือสิ่งที่คุณต้องการมากที่สุด
Think about that this week. What can you do to help someone else? Who is someone that is struggling with some bad choices? And how can you help them make a good decision that points them toward Jesus? So, point number 1 is this: love isn't silent. Point number 2 is this: truth plus love. Now, Ephesians 4:29 says, "Let no corrupting talk come out of your mouth, but only what builds up, as fits the occasion, that it may give grace to those who hear." So here's a picture. Which blade in a pair of scissors is more important? The top or the bottom? The truth is, neither one can cut on its own. They have to work together. As Christ followers, we are called to speak the truth in love, as we see in Ephesians 4:15. Like twin blades in a pair of scissors, truth and love must be equally present when we talk about the issues in our culture. If you love truth without love, if you have truth without love, you just cut people down. If you have love without truth, you never challenge anyone. But when the truth and love come together, that's when God can change hearts. We must not be silent about the truth, but our motivation for sharing it must always include a deep love for people that are caught in a self-destructive way of sin. So, point number 2 is to face the truth and love together. They have to go together. Point number 3 is that we have to remember who the real enemy is. Sometimes it feels like people are the enemy, like your classmates or teachers or influencers who mock your faith. But Ephesians 6:12 says we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but against spiritual forces of evil. Now that means people who disagree with us are not the enemy. They're the mission. Think about the young man who murdered Charlie Kirk a few weeks ago, or the man who murdered the young lady on the light rail here in Charlotte. They are not the enemy. Satan just used them to accomplish his evil purpose. And again, I think it's important to realize that choices have consequences, and there are severe consequences for these kind of actions. But we have to remember it's not about fighting people. It's about recognizing there's a bigger battle. Satan wants us to waste our time being angry at people instead of praying for them, serving them, and sharing Jesus with them. So remember who the real enemy is. Point number 4 is God's heart for the lost. Ezekiel 33 says, I have no pleasure in the death of the wicked, but they may turn from their way and live. Listen, God isn't just sitting in heaven and he's happy when there's so many people that are far from him. It breaks his heart for them. And if God's heart breaks for them, ours should too. Let me show you a picture of what this looks like. If you've ever seen Spider-Man No Way Home, you probably remember the scene where MJ is falling. It looks like she's not going to make it. But Spider-Man dives after her, catches her, and saves her life. Now, why is that scene so emotional? Because you feel the urgency. You feel the relief when she's safe. He refused to let her hit the ground. So let's take a look at that scene.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Are you okay?
That moment gives us a glimpse of God's heart. If Spider-Man had just stood there and said, not really my problem, it would be horrified. In the same way, God calls us to care enough about people to step in, to pray, to speak truth, and to love them urgently. People are not our enemies, they're our mission. And just like Spider-Man refused to let MJ fall, we should not refuse to let people slip away without hearing that Jesus saves. If God still has compassion for those that are far from him, so should we. The great preacher Charles Spurgeon said, if sinners be damned, at least let them leap to hell over our dead bodies, and let no one go unwarned and unprayed for. That's the kind of urgency that we need, pleading with people to turn to Jesus. So here's the bottom line. People who disagree with you aren't your enemies. Loving your neighbor doesn't mean agreeing with everything they do. It means caring enough to speak the truth with love. And if God still loves and pursues people who don't want him, then we should too. So this week, I want you to think about one person in your life who needs both truth and love from you. Maybe it's a friend who's struggling. Maybe it's someone who doesn't know Jesus at all. So here's your challenge. Pray for them every day this week and look for one opportunity to show them Christ's love. Because when we love like Jesus, we reflect the heart of God to the world. All right, so now as we head into small groups, your leaders are going to ask you some questions and you're going to help you think about what it looks like to love people and love like Jesus does in your everyday life.